YouTube, back at you again with another video. So real quick, guys, what I want to talk about is what does the Ninja Kawasaki 400 2019 sounds like with the muffler on, with the muffler off, and with a full exhaust. Stay tuned. So this is the Ninja 400 2019. This is with the muffler on. I'm gonna do a small sound test. The bike is cold, but I'm just gonna give you guys a sound of what I'm gonna give you guys a test of what it sounds like. I have a strong feeling that the bike is gonna sound louder and it's gonna be lighter, but I don't care about the lightness of the bike because I do want to change out the complete exhaust system. So let's see what it sounds like with the muffler, just that part off. I finally got the muffler off. See what it sounds like. I bet you it's louder. I'm not sure, but let's see. Wow, that's loud. Holy, my ears really hurt. I hope that the exhaust doesn't sound that loud. If it doesn't, hopefully it comes with a dB killer. Dang. I don't think I like that sound. I'm gonna put the stock muffler back on. I don't think I want to ride like that. That's just too loud for my liking. Man, the bike is so quiet with this muffler on that you can barely hear me if I'm riding next to you. But the moment you take off the muffler and you just ride like this, straight piped, it is so loud. I don't know if it's a performance increase with it like this, but it's a lot louder with the muffler off than with it on. So I'm gonna put it all back, and then when the exhaust comes in, I'll reveal that to you guys and I'll install it, and then if I like it like that, I'll leave it like that. All right, YouTube, so in this video, you're gonna notice that I'm gonna be wearing gloves only because I don't wanna get any of my chicken grease on the new exhaust system that I'm installing today. But this is the Yoshimura Race Series exhaust. So I just wanted to show you the box and what comes in the box. This side is my address, so I'm not gonna show you that side. But it comes with the packing paper, I'm assuming. The header. It's a header, not headers. So one header. The mounting hardware, which is inside of this package here. The downpipe and the O2 sensor, which I don't plan on deleting, is gonna go here. Maybe in the future I might delete the O2 sensor, but as of today, I don't plan on flashing the ECU just yet. And inside of this final box is the muffler itself. So let me grab a little blade real quick. Show you what it looks like. It's the titanium series. I don't know if that makes a difference, but let me cut this open and I'll show you guys what it looks like. It's this one, titanium series. It's an Alpha T exhaust. A lot of people say, oh, you should have just got the slip-on. I wanted the full exhaust system. So again, I got it off of Revzilla's website. Oh, and it is for my bike. It's an Alpha T. This is the information on the exhaust. This is the SKU number if I'm not mistaken. Again, this is the race series. So let's get started with this install. Packaging is very, very simple though. Header, downpipe, muffler, install hardware. Simple. So I will be using my OEM O2 sensor, and I will be storing my OEM exhaust. I will not get rid of anything. I'll take off the Ninja 400. I will store everything. So the old exhaust system I'm going to put in this box and I'm going to store it away. All right, so let's get started. First thing I'm going to do is I'm going to take off the muffler itself. The engine is completely cold right now compared to when it was just a few minutes ago when I showed you guys what it sounds like with the muffler off. So the engine has cooled down a little bit. Now let me go ahead and take off the the rear part. Okay, so what you'll need to do is you'll need to take off this bolt here. You need to take off this clamp here. Take this off, and then you're gonna see a 12mm nut right here. So let me take this heat shield off first, which is gonna be this and this. This is an Allen 4. This is a Phillips if you want to take this heat shield off, and then you're gonna have a number 12 here and then a number 12 here. So let me take those off real quick. All right, so real quick, there is gonna be some hardware you have to reuse. So this is gonna stay here. This is what's gonna hold a muffler up in place. So I'm just gonna temporarily put this here so I don't forget to reuse it. But yeah, this goes here. This doesn't necessarily come off of the bike. But stuff like this can come off. This is gonna stay with that. This down pipe is gonna come off, and then the muffler itself is gonna come off. So I did not take this part off, and then this little screw here, I'm gonna put the heat shield back on, and I'm gonna put this back in place. And then this here, I'm gonna just tighten it back down on here like this. I'm not gonna take it completely off of the bike. All right. So now that I got the muffler off, I'm gonna take off the lower cowl so I can get access to those bolts there a little bit easier, because I want to open up the side fairings so I can get a little more access. I think I have to turn the wheel in order to get better access, but I'm going to try it just by taking off the lower cowl only. All right, so now that I got the lower cowl off, if you notice, it's so much easier. Now that I got the lower cowl off, if you notice, it's so much easier to get access to the O2 sensor. So now all I got to do, if I'm not mistaken, I think it's a 12. I could be wrong. It might be a 14, and yeah, it's a 14. So let me grab a 14 real quick. All right, guys, so I just tried to take off the O2 sensor without just unplugging everything. Thought I was gonna save some time that way, but the cable is just too tight right now, and I don't wanna risk damaging the O2 sensor. So I'm gonna take off the entire muffler and then take the O2 sensor off. See if it helps me that way. All right, I started recording for some reason, got sidetracked. I'm just wanting to get this exhaust off so bad. So now what you wanna do, these are 12mm sockets. I use a half extension to reach them with a 3/4 inch drive or wrench. And yeah, so all I'm doing now is just taking off the old nuts, which I'm gonna reuse for the Yoshimura header, and just install it. Just do the opposite of what I'm doing now. I was able to completely remove the O2 sensor on the other side. Let me show you what I had to do. I basically had to remove or untangle the wire from up here up to this point, and it goes into that loop, then this one down here at the bottom, then it comes down. Once I untangled it up to this point, I was able to unravel the cable, and then I was able to just take it out of this port here. So the header is pretty much ready to come out. I might need 2 hands to hold it up, but let's see. I just got this one more to go. So I get the camera in there. You want to know a crazy thing I seen today? So I'm riding today, and as I'm riding, I'm doing the speed limit was, I think it was 30. Now I was doing about 25, right? And as I'm doing 25, I look over to my left, and I see this guy on a scooter, 6-inch rims, full top. YOLO. All right, so the most important part when you get to this part right here is you want to look inside to make sure that gasket is in there and nothing is obstructing the airflow. So everything looks good. I don't see anything obstructing any airflow. So let me get the Yoshimura header. Oh, but I want to tell you guys something real quick. So this is the OEM header. Supposedly this is going to save about 6 pounds of weight. I don't know if that's true, but whatever. If it is, it's cool. Socket from my tool set in here. So if you listen, I had a socket in there, and that socket was just making noise whenever I would accelerate. Somebody told me once I should start the bike with open headers. I'm not gonna do that, but see what it sounds like. But all right, so now I got the OEM equipment off. Let me go ahead and install the Yoshimura header, pipes, and everything. All right, so real quick, the way I put this on is I spin the header around and held the O2 sensor in place. So I spin the header around the O2 sensor and I put it in place. I haven't tightened it down yet. I just want to put everything together and then I'll finally tighten this down. Hopefully I remember. The header in place is still loose. Wait, hold on. So it's still loose on the bike. I'm just gonna put the, oh there you go, now you can see it. So now you can see it's still loose. I'm gonna put the down pipe and then the muffler, and then I'm gonna clamp on the, and then I'm gonna clamp on this spring here, put the lower cowl, give you guys a startup of what it sounds like. All right, so inside the kit, I was worried about this hole and a silencer for the, or a dB killer for the muffler. And it comes with both. So you're gonna get this spring puller for the springs for the exhaust and the downpipe of the header. You're gonna get the bung plug for here, and you're also gonna get a silencer with your system. I was really worried about this part, just in case it's too loud. And I seen a dyno on TST Industries website. I'm sorry, TST Industries Project Ninja 400. They did a dyno, and with this, it had more exhaust without any fuel map on the ECU. So I'm gonna try it just without the dB killer, and then I'll put it back if it's too crazy. Or I'll install it if it's too crazy. So let me tighten this down nice and tight, and then I'll put this part on the bike. It comes with this spring puller. So basically all you do is you hook one side here and then you pull it with the other side. See if I can show you real quick. Yeah, so you put it like this and then you pull and it'll hook on to the other side. Jeez, I think I'm scratching up the muffler already. So yeah, so let me do that real quick. I need 2 hands. I'm getting closer and closer to completion. But as you can see, I'm already getting fingerprints, which is not good. So I highly recommend you wipe it down before you start the bike. So yeah, so I pretty much got, everything on the bike except the muffler. So let me grab that real quick. All right, so remember how I was telling you guys, this hardware you have to save and reuse. So basically I just put this on, the muffler onto the pipe, and I just had to lift this part up to get this bolt in. The only thing I'm missing now is one last spring, which is, I'm gonna see if I can show you guys, is this one right here. So it needs to go from here to here, and it's gonna hold the muffler in place. So let me see if I can install that. No, I won't be able to show you that one. That's too hard. Might sound crazy, but all that's left is some rubbing alcohol, some towels, wipe down this whole exhaust system, and I will reset the ECU. I was thinking maybe I don't have to, but I'm going to reset the ECU so I can relearn the airflow of the exhaust. Guys, so I just got done reading a whole bunch of forums. I'm talking about form after form after form after form on do you have to reset the ECU if you change out the exhaust, and all of them say you don't. I didn't know that. Thought usually when you swap something on a bike, especially intake exhaust, you have to reset the ECU, but according to all the forums on Kawasaki Ninjas, you don't have to. I even looked on the service manual, you don't have to. So I'm gonna go ahead and start it up, let you guys hear what it sounds like without the dB killer in. I'm not gonna install the dB killer only because it's getting pretty late today and I don't wanna have any issues with my neighbors. So let me start the bike up real quick. Here we go. It does sound louder, a lot louder than the OEM. It's so loud, I think I want to put the dB killer in now. I think it's too loud for my liking. So I was looking at the style of the exhaust. You basically push it in. Wow. Push this inside. You take this off. You put the Allen key, which is on the side here, inside of it, and then that's going to block off the massive amounts of noise that's coming out of here. But I'm going to go around the block a few times, let the exhaust get really, really hot, and then I'll install this probably another day. I'm feeling kind of tired. I just want to go for a ride already before it gets too dark, because my visor is a tinted visor. So I want to thank you guys for watching my Kawasaki Ninja 400 2019 Yoshimura full exhaust install from revzilla.com. And I hope that you guys have a wonderful, wonderful, wonderful day.